whole world.
Exactly, and anytime you hear that sound, you know it's time for one thing and one thing alone. The Boom Bar on your Boom Radio NG. Welcome, my name is Shola Rogers.
And my name is Oladelpa, the one and only.
Welcome. I sound business-like today, so it's business. My name is Okun-Ajah. Let's go.
Okay. They say it's sounding...
And let me start by saying that I was mandated by my chairman, my 5-year-old chairman. He said, wear this hat at the Boom Bar today and ask the people what they think about it.
Oh.
So,
wow.
This is me listening to instructions.
That must be my producer, right?
Yeah, your producer.
Oh, wow.
Anyway,
you should ask. Let's start from here. Dolokwa, what do you feel about this? Guys are going to ask you first. What do you feel?
Dolokwa never has anything good to say about anything, anywhere.
I didn't even say anything.
Anybody that asks Dolokwa does not have good intentions. You are the problem.
Okay,
Jola,
so
you're asking.
Jola,
I don't like that.
Dolokwa walked me out of her office today.
Yes.
Politely. You should be in the other.
I do not agree with all these assertions and all this
It's all right.
When a man with a good heart
like me
has something to say, please say it.
You are maligning my character.
As I say,
Number one, I didn't even see anything yet. You already said I don't have anything good to say. Next thing, you don't say that. When did I walk you out of my office?
I said politely.
You did. I did.
You didn't order me out.
You
politely.
Did not.
Okay, let's start. I'm number 2. Start with number 1. What do you feel about that one?
It's a cap.
It's not a cap.
It's a hat.
Speak into the microphone.
It's a black hat.
You see what they talk now?
But
are we color blind?
It's possible, though.
That you are telling us the color.
It's the same color with what she's wearing. It's black. She's wearing black.
No,
exactly, it's black too.
Well, it's not. Isn't it black?
Your top is black.
You said that.
This gas is this changing.
Problem
Tiwa.
So don't worry, guys. It's the bar. We're breaking the ice and all of that. And let us know what you think about the hat, though. That's what my Oga said I should do, and I've done it. And of course, Tokumbo really has a whole lot of stuff to say because he's gone through a lot in the last 2 hours.
He's coming back from a lot.
And he's still going through it.
He's coming back from a lot.
You know what put the icing on the cake or the cake on the icing for me was the story of the tight person who paid money into a church, something, and realized that it was an error. So can you please politely return the balance to me? And they said no. They said no, they can't return it because it's money for God.
The guy was going to pay 100K according to what we heard. And he ended up paying a million, an extra zero. And he calls the pastor to say, look, I made an error. I wanted to send 100K to you. I've sent ₦1 million to you. I would like a refund of 900,000 naira immediately. And the pastor started told him to go and collect his money from God. That is a spiritual matter. That is between.
He said it politely.
Yeah. Politely or not, he should have said he should go and collect his money.
His money matters. There's no.
I don't need your politeness on my money.
No, I'm sorry.
It's my money.
I wanted to know whether
I send you money,
whether I was rude in return.
and I made a mistake. I said, give me back. You don't give me back my money. I take my money anywhere I can.
The court must answer to this one, and they refused. They can't. They've not returned the money.
Well, the man went to visit the pastor with some members of the law enforcement agency.
Okay.
And they made a video about it. Yeah.
Oh.
The guy is nice.
No.
Nicer service, I will come visit you during your service. I go offering or joy, as interest.
It's not as interest. We start from that point.
I think that the honest truth is that
yes.
Let's call it spade a spade. A lot of things that people use the police for is really not. Is not.
It's not right.
But
it is not right.
You are going to be a very dubious person.
Yes.
If someone calls you and says, I mistakenly sent you £1 million. I don't owe you money, oh. I want, out of the goodness of my heart, I want to give the church or pay tithe or something.
And erroneously,
I made a mistake.
He punched the wrong figure, yeah.
Please, can you return the rest? Because at that point, before that money was sent at all, the pastor cannot say, okay, why is Apostle dressed like a pallbearer this morning? Who died? BT 646.
Let me explain again. My 5-year-old chairman said,
I want you.
Take no. It's part of it's the bar.
No, I'm
My
not saying
5-year-old chairman said, take this hat and wait at the bar, at the boom bar.
And ask people.
And ask them what they think. Now I know what you think. In fact, I'm going to leave it. The plan was to wait for 5 minutes, but at this point,
this one will last the whole bow.
but yeah, that's what it is.
So, yeah.
And welcome to the bar.
Welcome to the bar. So basically, I feel that when someone, because before that money was sent, except he had told you he was sending money, you were not expecting the money. It's the same way someone wants to gift me money now. You want to gift me 100,000, and then you mistakenly send 1 million. I wasn't expecting the 100,000, no. So it's extra to whatever it is that I have anyway. Someone now says, that I mistakenly sent you £1 million, even though when I say, like, what's happening here? But the person calls me and says, please, could you refund 900,000? Because the honest truth is that, remember that if it's 100 or 1 million, it's still extra to whatever it is you have.
True.
So you now say that is of the Lord, that they should go ask the Lord for his remaining on 900,000. Uncle, I'm not saying it's right, whatever the police did or whatever, but anything they do to you, you kind of deserved it.
Yeah, because you've rolled two issues into one.
That has been dubious.
Using the police in the wrong way, one. But this one is back to question A. Oga, why are you still holding on to the money? Why did you hold on to the money? You see, we have a lot to think about the way things are going. Look, this hard time, somebody makes a mess, an error, pays this amount, and wants a refund now.
It's not that deep now.
It's not that deep. But I want to ask, just say the time between when the money was paid and when.
I don't know.
Oh, they said it's been giving him the runaround for quite a while.
You see, that's it. So it's a deliberate, it's a deliberate run. No, do you understand?
You know what this reminds me of? Remember the person that they sent? They were supposed to send $15,000 or something. That said it's worth $50,000.
Yeah, it was an international sports federation that was supposed to send $15,000 to Nigeria for training for our athletes and all of that, and they ended up sending $150,000.
Yeah.
And the then Minister of Sports inherited that issue, and he said that he doesn't think that it was an error and that the money spended was well spended.
Which year?
He said they are not making a refund.
They were not making a refund.
The international body raised an issue out of it.
I think it was
it took the next minister, Sunday Dare, to actually
repay that
make sure
money.
that Nigeria paid back the $135,000 that, and those guys actually stopped giving them those grants.
That's been dubious. Pure.
It's greed.
It's just been dubious.
It's great.
Anyway, so let's, as you have carried us away from our original story.
No, it's to start. No, it's starting point.
No, that was not our starting point. You just carried us from it.
But
we will be back. We are going back to it. And the original gist is that, of course, by now everybody knows that the Iran president is dead. He died in a helicopter crash, and there's been a lot of updates from it. First update is that this is the first time that I ever figured out that there is a supreme leader and a president.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I kind of always thought they were the same person.
No.
I don't know why.
Now you know.
But it just.
Yeah. Now you know.
So when I saw the news of the supreme leader appointing the first vice president, I'm like, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
Islamic
talking
State.
from the grave?
Islamic State.
Not only will they appoint a substantive president, in about 50 days or thereabout, there's
another election
and all of that. You know, the supreme leader has always been the leader of Iran, and the president is what you can call maybe
a prime minister.
A prime minister. What?
Amugbalegbe.
I don't know what that is.
But
What he said.
we commiserate with the Iranians.
We do.
It's a sad story.
We do.
Very sad story.
Yeah, when people die, you commiserate now,
It's
don't you? And maybe, okay. Do you understand the heart now?
It's
What? Are you joking? Anyway.
it's sad, really. Yeah, they claim the weather, of course, and they forget bad weather.
Okay, so BT616 really has it in for me. He says,
Wow.
isn't the lady at the platform too young to drink? The local is under 18, right?
Yeah, she's 17 plus. Our mommy.
That's why she
Mommy
drinks
wa-
water. She takes water.
It's
most of the
water
time.
though.
He said that you're not supposed to be at the bar because he's 18 plus.
Uh-uh.
It's 18 plus. But actually, she's been at the bar for like 5 years plus.
That's kind of
So,
offensive.
maybe you started at 13.
No, we've got to check. We've got to check this out. Look, I'll come to think.
No, no, it's
Well,
banter.
we have to check.
Is
this
she
out.
really 18?
We'll after this show.
Or
Oh, you want to figure
28?
out if
We
I'm
probably
18?
will
Uh,
excuse you tomorrow. Or, you know.
Or she should go and do that
Excuse
bone
me.
density test. Oh, mommy,
Maybe
my
I'm
lady.
busy. Maybe I'm busy.
But that's a compliment. I know what you did. You're just trying to pay her a compliment. I know what you did there. I see what you did.
She's blushing already.
Anyway, talking about a lot of things with Iran, there's been a lot of back and forth about the helicopter crash.
Yeah.
Israel has come out to say that they know nothing about it. There's been a lot of allegations.
You know, conspiracy theories are abound.
And exactly.
A lot of people, even some people that we know have been going on about. A good friend of ours, a brother and a member of this family said that there's something wrong somewhere.
There's something wrong. Yes.
So-
Let's hold it there.
For me, personally,
Yeah.
I'm not even saying it because I'm trying to be politically correct. I don't think that there was any foul play, especially when you look at how terrible the weather was and all of that, you know.
No.
And for me, I just feel very saddened about this story, because if we're not careful and we let this kind of things get out of hand, it could escalate.
It would. It would.
Could
You have to
escalate.
be mature in handling
The,
it.
the honest truth is, you know, especially with the terrain, the political terrain, and things happening in the Middle East, it's expected that a lot of these stories, a lot of these conspiracy theories would come out. The honest truth is that, except there is proper evidence to it, personally, are some countries that are being fingered, are they capable of it?
What shocks me is really this. If there's a theory they're trying to put together, could it even have been within or from the Iranian side as well?
Oh yeah.
What
No
says
one said they-
who says the countries outside should be what? Come on, I don't. I feel
again,
so sad
again,
about it,
the
though.
funny thing is that,
feel sad about
God forbid, but
That's
if
it,
this had
yeah.
happened to another country, just any other country apart from Iran
Yeah.
or Israel or the US or any of the top military powers in the world, hardly would anybody suspect foul play.
Yeah, yeah.
But because it's Iran, you know, so it's got the people talking. People are talking.
Yeah, there are a couple of people that actually died in that plane crash.
Yeah,
The
just
president, the
foreign
the
minister.
foreign minister as well. There are a lot of other officials that died there. Also, there is a replacement of the foreign minister already. The Iran's nuclear negotiator has also been named as the acting foreign minister.
Again, you know, the funny thing is, in these scenarios, yeah, there's a comment for you. I can relate to this comment seriously.
Can you read it?
Okay. Peterman says, and this is why I don't get on flights with high-profile politicians. I deliberately ask to be put on the next flight. I'm dead serious, guys. I get you. You know, because it's collateral damage in this scenario. If someone is a potential target to be brought down mid-air, they don't the people who
Everybody else, everybody else
around,
is
yes.
collateral damage.
Everything around is
Just because of one person. Yeah, I agree. I agree with
it
you.
is. I can actually relate with that. That's why I also know some people who would say, people have different things when it comes to air travel and even travel in itself. I know a family that would never, husband and wife would never travel together. Even if they are going to the same place. They would never travel on the same plane. Never. Both of them. Never. One of them is one of the richest people in this country. And this person and spouse, I say her, so I've already given out. But I just said this person, I didn't mention her name, own private jets. And there was a time they were going to commiserate with a family that lost their patriarch. So they went, husband and wife, right about the same time, 2 different planes. Yeah. This is some of the things that people do. And I just brought that up just to say that there are things that you think about and they guide you, like what Peterman said.
Sensitive towards something.
To be honest, if you can
afford it,
why not?
Yes,
like, you just look at all those high profile people, like, you know what? I'm not flying on this plane.
I'm not doing. But
please,
also,
change my ticket.
You know that a lot of times as well, things, especially aircrafts like helicopters, they're very, very susceptible to bad weather. It's one too many.
On point.
Remember that this
Wigwe.
was Herbert Wigwe. It was
Kobe Bryant.
It's
Bryant.
bad weather. So at times, when there is bad weather, you can actually see it. It's wherever you're going is really not that important if you need to actually get there, because you probably will not get there if you're not careful.
The crash in Ikeja the other day, not too long ago, everybody has forgotten it. That in the middle of the road, somewhere around Oba Akran also, you think about those things amongst other stories that you probably don't even get to hear. And honestly, when it comes to flying, I'm not a big fan of the helicopter. I remember that even the former vice president was involved in one. Thank God that it was not.
I'm not even a big fan of flying. Let's full stop.
I don't know.
I'm not.
Look, well. No, I can't challenge that.
What's that Dutchman again that never
I'm
liked flying?
I'm not even a big fan of traveling.
Okay, even by road.
Okay, now you're going too far.
You're not. So you want to be on one spot, yeah? You
Honestly,
prefer to.
I only move
comfort zone
from when I need to.
Okay, we now know.
It's just my thing.
So you don't want a ticket to Olympics, right? You don't feel like
she's not interested. She will pass.
No need.
I'll pass. I honestly will.
What
pass.
about El Paso?
Tickets are coming to this bar, and you're saying
let me give you a typical example. Okay, get to Dubai, and then win a cruise, like a 3-day cruise. I ain't going nowhere on water. I'm going. Safe journey.
Okay, so there's another comment by Peterman.
So Peterman says, I fly a mosquito helicopter all the time. It's a 1-seater that can go 180 miles one way. Okay. Why are you scared?
Wait, 180 miles.
180 miles one way.
Safe journey. Emma Lori, Emma Bori.
In one way.
In Yoruba, I've just prayed for you.
I don't get that.
I don't even want to know the fact that you even call it a mosquito safe.
Oh, this is serious though. Honestly, but helicopter crashes.
We were supposed to go to Warri one time like that for one project. I was part of the planning and everything. And when they said that
it was no plane, that it was helicopter.
We will meet up at this. I said, okay, no problem. I suddenly took ill. I was ill.
I woke up to turn off the phone.
I was ill. They were telling me sorry.
So now you don't get hurt.
Me, I was praying for them. Hey, Lord, everybody.
Please.
The truth is, I've never been in a chopper.
Come on.
That was my chance to be on one, but I just skipped it.
Ask me if I have.
We're asking.
No, you don't ask me. You don't
have you been on a chopper?
No, but no. And I don't plan to.
You don't plan to.
exactly what BT 616 said.
It was Africans fly at 2 a.m. daily. We don't need helicopter.
Do you mean Edo hair? Edo hair or Edo?
Do you get? We don't need helicopter. Don't worry. Leave it alone.
What is the means of the travel? How do we travel?
How they travel is not your own.
I want to know. Ask him. I want to know now.
Someone posted a picture. This is not. It has nothing to do with air travel. But since I'm talking about Edo here, someone posted a picture. It was alleged that it was a house in Benin, a bungalow with only a gate.
Oh yeah, sorry. Without
no fence.
No fence. They were without a fence. As I said, if you like yourself,
enter at your own peril. It was just a gate, well mounted though, with its pillars in place, but no fence. I'm sure that maybe the rain brought down that fence or something. But you know, Nigerians now, they said that enter now. It's in the house for Benin. Enter. It's the same concept of our flying. You know?
Let's continue, please. Let's move on. Now the afternoon.
Well, I like this idea of a 2 a.m. flight.
No. The afternoon here is getting dark.
Have you ever heard of any crash landing?
Not our kind of very, you know.
Except the planes collide.
Oh, please don't allow them change the topics for us. So. Let's go on.
It's still part of it. It's a bar. So again, you know, this is something that happens a lot. Even our own presidents here, they fly the choppers a lot and all of that. In fact, I advocate that, for instance, when there's executive movement in Nigeria, the airwaves are usually shut down, you know, and not only that, ground transport is also delayed by hours and everything. I remember we moved away from that era though. There was a first lady that shut down Lagos on more than one occasion. A first lady, not even the president this time. That day we were stuck in Ikoyi in the afternoon for hours. Just because there was
not even in this Lagos, because Lagos is already jam-packed.
The planes will not fly that period because the president is flying. But this was first lady. I won't mention name, but you guys know now. And
please, which one?
Excuse me.
I'm actually really being honest.
Google it. You will find the story.
Let's move.
So again, that's why I advocate that those kind of people, instead of them shutting down road transport and let them fly to Lagos by air and get into a chopper and go to their Ikoyis and their VIs and their bananas. And
I have a feeling, Shola, that they know that they have that opportunity.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
Not all of them would have the nerve.
Opt for that. Yeah, they would rather shut down.
They don't mind shutting up in the air. No, it's risky for them too.
But they do it now. They do it a lot, especially to places where they can't even take planes to.
Exactly.
Oh no, those ones are exemptions. Yeah.
Anyway, so we commiserate with the people of Iran. It's not a good thing right now. Even politically, it's not a very good development. So we'll see what is happening. We'll be seeing what the developments coming up from that, and we'll definitely bring you those updates. Now, moving on from that quickly, we're coming down to Nigeria. Well, it's a very interesting story. Well, the Nigerian army have now rescued about 380 people, a little bit over 380, mostly women and children, said they've been rescued in Sambisa forest. Some of them, it was said that they had been abducted for about 10 years.
If you look at the time when even the Chibok girls were abducted and everything, it's about 10 years.
It's about 10 years, a little over 10 years.
We also know how the story of Sambisa forest is.
Yeah.
It is said to be bigger than some countries. That forest alone.
Sorry, hold on. BT616 says once the Lekki airport is completed, you see a rise in helicopter travel. Yeah. Our rich people will abandon Ikeja airport. Please do. God bless you.
They should. It makes life better. You know, like it's shocking that Lagos, with the population that it has only one airport. It's actually shocking. And you look at London, there's Gatwick, there's Heathrow, and there's the city of London airport. That's my favorite though. Whenever you're traveling from Europe, you know, you're going to land smack dab in the city. Then you get on the tram and all of that, and you're good to go. I don't know if they say ALS, but you know, that's what it is. And that's why that Lekki airport is very important. It's very, very important. Again, putting a free trade zone there and all of those things.
Yeah.
And now coupled with the coastal road, it's just a good thing. I'm sure it's something that they will want to do. And again, the choppers will just take them short trips from Lekki Airport to Ikoyi or any of the places where they have their helipads.
Okay. So we're back to the
Go back.
the army story. Yeah, basically said what I said.
Yeah, so the Sambisa story is actually is a happy, sad one for me. You know, how, heartless can people be, keeping people captive for as long as 10 years. I don't know if there will be any way back for these people. What kind of reorientation are they going to go through? What kind of medical checks are going to be done on them? Mainly the mental health is what I'm worried about. The trauma that these people might have gone through and everything, And how big is Sambisa that it's taking the military this long to get to the point where they could rescue this particular set of people? It is also known, let's not have our heads in the clouds. These criminals don't stay in one place.
Yeah.
So, of course, when they know that there's some kind of bombardment or a movement by the army, also know that they'll have informants and all of that.
Yeah.
So they will be moving these people from one place to another.
I think they really use a lot of these people as human shield for their works. We know that basically a lot of their so-called wives are kidnapped people and all that. But according to the GOC 7 Division, the Brigadier General Haruna had said that the operation was tagged Operation Desert Sanity 111, and basically was to clear the Sambisa forest of any remnants of all categories of terrorists, and also for people that want to surrender. As sad as it might be, the honest truth is that, call it 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, people that have lost people or they are probably giving up hope
after 10
that
years.
their people or their children or their family will come back, and then they actually see these people live. I think whatever it is still better than at least it's better than knowing that this person is not there.
What you have note is that in the last couple of months now, there's been a sustained onslaught by the Nigerian military with the civilian joint task force and everything. Notice that about 2 Chibok girls were found in recent times. I think 2 or 3 of them. Some with children and all of that. We get that. It's very sad though. They can't even Chibok women, because they left as girls and came back as women. And this shows that there's been a sustained effort by the military.
Imagine if
and
this
they
that
deserve
they're doing
more support.
if they actually started it 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago.
Yeah, look, I get you. My focus is somebody who was 80 years old then is now 18.
Yeah.
By calculations. And there's something Shola was actually nailing on, and I think we should also nail on it, is that however long it's taken, the military, they are working.
Yeah.
The guys are really
are
working. It's a tough thing. Somebody who studied a bit of geography was telling me that on the map, really, okay, that's a disappearing jungle. Even on the map, it says that on the aerial view there is so black. You really can imagine that. Really, can anything ever survive in that?
Oh,
yeah. So it's a tough one. They're doing well.
Yes, they are.
Kudos to them.
One thing that we must also acknowledge is that the army had to build its capacity. It had to build, they had to invest in hardware and a lot of training and all of that. And that has now shown, it's evident. Again, let's not make the mistake of assuming that, it's 1 year of Tinubu and that's it's something that
it's been an ongoing thing.
Sustained through the years, Buhari didn't do anything. He really did a lot for the military.
I don't think we should add politics into
that.
Anyway, opposition would, but
anyway, we're still talking a bit of security. We're coming down as the NDLEA, as we know, they're always in the news. They're now declared a particular couple, in the person of Kazim Omogoriola Owalade and Rashidat Aike Owalade, for running a cocaine cartel in India.
This
was after they arrested 4 others.
Well, it's good that
Are they residents in India?
Apparently.
Okay.
it's good that these days you notice that it's not only about the mules now, not just the drug mules now. They're going after the barons and the the recruiters and all of that. Basically how to break down that kind of structure. But these guys, they're usually one step ahead. They always plan on how to get away, how to escape, and all of that. Then it's funny how again they'll be living a double life. A lot of people don't care about people's source of income or source of wealth.
Especially when they just come, they come and do parties that they are throwing money and spraying you money, and you don't know where the person is.
And also using to support God's work, in a way.
Yeah, some people do that.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, but they've been declared wanted. But the EFCC should go a step further by putting some money on their heads now.
Yeah,
maybe that way.
Work with international police and then maybe get these people apprehended. Now let's move on a bit quickly and let's go on to the conversation. The Lagos-Calabar Highway the conversation is still happening. Over the weekend I was seeing there was a particular king where I was talking about why the Calabar end of that road has not started, and he feels that it should start almost immediately. Sorry, we have a comment. Okay. BT616 says, we're all thinking about it. I'm so happy that the name of the cocaine dealers are not from the east.
Please don't break. Don't break.
No, and you know that it's actually a good thing.
Don't
because
break the bar,
and why I think it's a good thing is because it has almost suddenly lately it wants to look like there is like an ethnic coloration to this thing, and it's something that we see at the bar a lot. People are bad people. They are bad people. Yeah. Wherever they come from does not change the fact that they're bad people.
It doesn't. We keep on saying that. We are repeating it again today.
A thief is a thief.
A thief is a thief.
Regardless of your ethnicity.
A bargain is a bargain.
Is a bargain.
Tololo.
Tala.
What is that? Oh my God.
A bargain.
Anyway, still talking about the Lagos-Calabar highway.
Yeah.
It's still getting a lot.
That's why they say you are 18. You too, you will not be saying what's that. At times you just keep quiet and pretend that a bargain is a bargain. Did you not hear when they say you are not even up to 18, you are not supposed to be at the bar? Did you not hear that one?
You just let me down now.
A bargain is a bargain.
But I actually don't know what a bargain is. But I don't know it.
It's Chifele you mean now.
She doesn't even know. Shola don't worsen the
Village
matter.
headmaster.
I don't know what.
New village headmaster.
Even the old one.
I said village headmaster. Then I now said new.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
carry on.
Okay.
I will carry on.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Talalan Tolo.
And oh my God.
Tololo.
Anyway, we're still talking about the Lagos Calabar Highway, where the Okun-Ajah community in Lagos State have cried out to the federal and state governments asking for rescue because they're saying that there's an illegal variation of the controversial Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway that has put about 2,000 of the homes in that area at risk.
I'm not sure they can refer to it as an illegal variation. There's a long history of this road, this coastal road. It didn't start with the President Tinubu government. Coastal road is about 60 plus years in planning. And the last one that everybody kept on talking about was the one that the NDDC wanted to embark upon. And that did not include a rail. And it was 3 lanes and all of that. It wasn't 5 lanes and all of that. And again, look at what the federal government has done. From the Bar Beach end of things, that's the Kuramo end of things, it's 4 lanes instead of 5 lanes and no rail. The rail will not start until they get to Abraham Adesanya. And which means
Thank you very much. Pause. Chief Owadikoko says, I will personally deal with anyone that suggests that Dolupo is a pikin. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you.
You should go and deal with BT616.
Dolupo.
BT616.
Boss. Shut up. Play.
Okay, thank you.
Chief, we are coming back.
Yes, it's still the Boomba on your Boom Radio NG. Please remember to like, comment, and share our videos. They help us grow. Let us reach more people. So you will know the source of our wealth. We will not be one Oriade somebody somewhere that is doing Talala Tolo. You know, yeah. My chairman said, wait. So the thing about the coastal road, I feel for these people. Let me be honest with you.
So they're actually accusing the Minister of Works, according to the part of the statement.
That's what I was
saying that they're redirecting the road alignment because some influential people have built on the original road alignment. That's what they're accusing.
So okay, the government should look into this their affairs. I'm just saying that the first alignment that everybody was talking about is null and void. This is a bigger and wider road, you understand? Because from the Abramadesa end all through Okun-Ajah, like they say, Okun-Ajah is the place where we used to go hang out many years ago. We'll drive all the way from Surulere to Alpha Beach, and that place is now really developed now. When you get there, it's a different community entirely. Again, looking at what Lagos State said about how a lot of land in that axis is even meant for agricultural purposes. I'm not saying that all, but at least Lagos has come out to say that most of the houses in that axis don't even have proper documentation.
Yeah, they don't.
Not the Lekki end of it, or is the Ibeju Lekki end. And of course, this moves towards Ekpe and all of that. Okay. If it is true that that's what the minister has done, then definitely something must be done about it immediately. Or is it just the people who are about to lose their homes that feel that they can also use this as some kind of gimmick to slow down the whole process of this road and everything? One thing that I know is that nobody will build a road that will be washed away by the sea. People should also realize that this road will serve as some kind of buffer, for erosion, keeping erosion at bay and all of that. In my opinion, you understand. I stand to be corrected. I'm not saying.
No, I think you've hit it now. I think government should not walk past it.
If there's any realignment that has been thwarted in a way and twisted to favor some people, then this is not proper.
They should check it. They should check the allegations.
But I doubt it heavily. I doubt if and Umahi would want to soil his name. Even based on all the noise.
We never can tell. Not that he would deliberately do it. He could.
I'm saying that I doubt it. It's my opinion that I don't think he would want to go there. Especially when you look at the old brouhaha about landmark and the 250-meter setback or 200-meter setback or 150-meter setback.
And now that takes me to why they didn't come out during the presentation to say this. That's where I'm standing. But why should you wait this long?
And again,
they should have been part of the presentation.
The timing is a problem.
Yeah,
and again, expect more of this kind of things as this road progresses through Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, all the way to Calabar. Now, a lot of people also probably didn't listen to some of the briefings by the minister. They said that they are starting from the Lagos end, but at some point, which will not be too long in the nearest future, they're also going to start construction from the Calabar end. And that's the only way this thing can be sped up. They're
going to meet somewhere.
Yeah, that's the idea. They're
going to meet somewhere.
But it's good that people are raising their doubts too.
Let everybody be clear at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now let's move on from that. Looks like there are a few people that do not want to stay in DSS custody. I don't know how is Kuje prison that comfortable that you would rather stay in a prison than in the custody of.
What's the story?
Like an organized set of people like DSS. I'm just asking.
What's the story?
Okay, there are two stories.
Okay.
So first one is
Mohammed
terrorist negotiator, whatever it is. Remember that he was arrested, and now the court had declined his request to be moved to Kuje prison instead of DSS custody. Please, how big is this DSS custody? Because there are quite a number of people that are there. They want to go, but DSS is saying no. Anyway, they have the court has said that he should return to the DSS custody, and he is not being granted bail, as well as IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, Nnamdi Kanu also was denied bail again, and he actually asked to be moved to Kuje prison, and the court had said no. But in his own response, he says that the federal government's prosecutor is being a terrorist. Yes.
Will be too hard on him?
Yes. No, that there is a Supreme Court judgment that has said that his extradition from Kenya is illegal. So anybody trying to prosecute him is committing treason and terrorism and all that. Anyway, BT616 says Kuje prison that they arrange girls for some people. Oh, arrange
So the thing,
Okay.
the thing is that
Laxity.
if you've ever been to any DSS office in Nigeria, I have. Tokunbo has been there several
You
times.
will know them.
I've been
You
there.
will know them.
I've been there. One major.
You can't work in media and not
that I
go there.
cannot. Yeah, we were guests at a point.
So let's not lose sight of what we're trying to say is that
No
access.
in the line of business.
Okay.
Put that there. Inshallah, you agree?
On
In
record.
On record, in the line of business.
Access to those places is even tough in the first place, as compared to access to the prisons.
Very tough.
Again, a prison or a correctional facility allows for visitation. You have visitation rights, except the court deems otherwise.
Yes, so.
And these are some of the things that these guys are hoping to get, because they won't have that. You even the street where DSS is, how you won't pass there?
They can't even be traffic. You notice that one on CMD Road.
Oh.
Once there's a bit of traffic, they literally start chasing you away from.
That one is don't go there.
Some people have office there.
Don't go there.
Please don't go to.
So
Don't go there.
so that's one of the things. But again, apart from the laxity or alleged laxity at the Nigerian correctional facilities, this is a thing that we must face. That some people feel that the prison is like an holiday as compared to where they currently are with the DSS. It shows you that there's a big problem with our prisons. It's the same Kuje that was destroyed and people escaped from a few months ago.
Yeah,
there was a jailbreak, and lives were lost.
But
and a lot of
correct.
things,
The Binance executive too is with the DSS. He too is the one that they said that he should not go to Kuje prison.
So again, this is me now calling. I know that they said they did some upgrades, but trust me, what I saw was laughable.
Correctional centers.
Yeah, the minister Olubunmi Tuji-Ojo and the president of Nigeria must actually look themselves in the face and ask themselves, are they going to leave this government the way everybody else has left it? Look at the prison. If you drive past the one in Ijebu-Ode, you laugh. Even the Kirikiri maximum security prison, you can actually drive maximum.
Where is it though?
Apapa now, Kirikiri. Or Ikoyi prison is just on the road there.
You say Apapa now, Kirikiri. Do I know where Kirikiri is?
Your job entitles you to take a tour.
So please, before you start your lecture, I want to finish what I'm saying.
Okay,
then we can go back to Tokunbo's lecture.
I'm not interested.
I have not even said
you will say it.
I've not said anything
Please,
today.
You will say it.
You have been in
He
chat
said
today.
he wants to take me, but I'm not at home.
Dolukpa will go to prison with
I'm not at home.
Tokunbo. They want
I'm
to
not
go.
at home.
Me, I will be here anchoring when they are sending reports.
I'm not at home.
Let me say something about this.
Before you even go to prison,
I'm coughing.
please let me make this point. I beg of you guys.
Okay, land
before they take themselves to prisons for inspection or whatever they want to go and do on their own.
You're wasting time.
You are the one that's time wasting.
Okay.
So the thing is that it's time to build modern prisons. We've been advocating that at the bar for years. It's time to build, maximum and minimum and medium correctional centers. The kind of prisons that when people hear prisons, they go change their ways. They will say, now that place they won't send you go inside that Sambisa.
Yeah, BT616. And maybe Sambisa should even be location of prison.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Excuse me.
BT6. Yeah.
We need to.
It's fine.
All our prisons are outdated.
Prisons.
Some of them were built by the colonial masters.
Yes, it's fine now. Anyway, BT616 says, American prisons where we say there is no sign of life, 70 miles radius. How you want to take escape?
That's the idea.
Okay.
That's exactly the idea.
Now,
that's the
apart
idea.
from that correctional tone, I agree.
Yes, sir.
But the prisons of correctional centers need to be revisited. We have dangling cases
Yeah.
cases that have not been finalized. So you have a lot of
people
people
very
awaiting trial, still there.
And that's why.
And we are awaiting trials.
Yeah.
They're still there.
That's why we're advocating also that even if it's once a month, let the judiciary move their cases and their court to the prison compound. While they go see, they go tire. And it will even save them the wala of logistics of moving prisoners from left to right. Go there and look at their files, and you will see.
Check people
You will
up
see.
and let them leave.
Anyway,
Or charge them further.
so that's for people that want to go to Kuje prison, but they are not allowed to go to Kuje prison. They are in DSS custody. Shout out to you.
Are you very in tune? This is bad.
They say they want to go to Kuje prison now. Is that not the news?
That's Mohammed Tukur and
Okay, all right.
Nnamdi Kanu, and they've both been denied that chance.
That chance. Anyway, the CBN has withdrawn the cybersecurity levy circular.
Yes, the government already said that they were going to suspend it for now and all of that. Let nobody celebrate it. They've not cancelled this thing. They just basically withdrawn it. And I think one of their biggest mistakes is that they fail to sensitize people properly.
Yeah.
You know, even if this thing is going to be good for everybody, this is not how to go about it. You don't just spring it on people. And every time they send out those memos to commercial banks or and even the ones that they are still typing, it gets leaked. So you guys also must check yourselves and check your system. We have another comment.
Okay, so Bukola Medubi says, at BT 616, that's the part where we need to learn from the western part of the world, not all the evil bits.
Yeah.
All the evil bits.
Yes. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Okay,
Various
so there are
communities.
a few things that we're going to be talking about, but you know what? Let's move on a bit to sports.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things happened over the weekend. First things first, one very interesting thing was the Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury fight.
Yeah.
It's very massive. That happened in Dubai. And in fact, Drake, a Canadian rapper, lost $565,000
again
because he bet on Tyson Fury.
What was it thinking
have you guys
about?
heard about
when you look at it,
What was it thinking about?
Drake gambles a lot.
Drake gambles a lot when it comes to sport.
Please.
But I think that
But you guys have
he could have beaten him. Yeah, I get it. Usyk beat him, but I don't think Fury is not someone you can bet on.
Oh yeah, he's never lost until this weekend.
So yes, he's
and
worth betting
have you
on.
guys heard about the cost?
The crystal ball.
Have you guys heard about the cost of Drake?
The
The cost of Drake.
Yeah.
There is a cost. There is a Drake cost.
But it happens to people.
There's a
not
curse.
everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
That at times.
Remember, it happened
when he bets on people,
people
lose.
People lose.
He also loses money too.
But the honest truth is that.
But he also wins too. But nobody talks about that
watched
part.
that fight. Yeah. The honest truth is, when you look at them, just looking at them, you think that Tyson Fury will beat this guy. But you know one thing that the resolve that it gave me, like, there was no how Anthony Joshua could have beaten this Usyk guy. There was no how.
You know, Alexander Usyk came into the heavyweight.
It's fantastic.
He came into the heavyweight category as an undefeated, unified champion of the cruiserweight.
He had a unified belt.
It was all-round champion and everything. And I think they looked down on him. They didn't know that he was the man that he says he is. You know, the guy is a warrior. In real life, he is a warrior and everything. I like the fact that there's no drama around him. There's no hype, no noise. He's just all about the fight and everything. And at 35, you know, he has done something that has not been done in 25 years. The last time we had a unified heavyweight category was, I think, about 25 years ago. So this is a big deal for boxing, especially the heavyweight category. It's a massive thing. And regardless of what anybody says, Tyson Fury remains one of the best boxers out there.
Yeah,
because,
he does.
You know, he's not your typical six-pack boxer and everything. He's just one big blob. But forget, that guy can take punches and give them
and
too.
He can.
But I am more tilting towards Usyk because he comes across like a pound for pound kind of boxer and everything, and he moves. So on heavyweight, he actually moves a lot.
He does.
And everything.
He does.
So, we're looking forward to a rematch in 6 months.
Yeah,
time.
they're talking about a rematch. Tyson
6
Fury needs
months
to
time.
do a lot
6
for
months
him
time.
to defeat this guy.
Did you say 6 months
yes,
time?
Yes,
Yeah.
BT616
Still
says Anthony Joshua cannot fight Jare, doing fine boy up and down.
He can, 2 times world champion.
Nah.
I,
To get to that
They
point,
didn't dash him that too.
nah.
2 times world champion.
He fought for it.
I
And-
think that it's just that there's some people at this point that he's not there. He's not there yet.
No, you see, again, it's until you get into the ring and you are able
That's
to...
it.
Yeah, it's until you get into
That's
the ring.
it.
The funny thing is, people must
Yeah.
understand how boxing works. There was a time when we had that kind of trilogy between Muhammad Ali and
Fraser.
George Foreman
Okay,
and Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier.
And this one would beat this one, that one would beat that one, and this one would beat this one. You know,
It
it
kept
was
beating
funny.
themselves
And
roundabout, yeah.
it was funny then too. So again, I'll look at when Tyson became that dominant, and before you know it, the least of all people, Joe Buster Douglas, knocked him out, beat him. They just beat him, sha. And even the Tyson at 50 something now, you don't want to step into the ring.
No,
with him.
we mean, yes.
So it's boxing, and AJ is part of that family.
Peterman says Anthony Joshua took a nosedive as soon as he double for Buhari. We want him. I do not agree.
Yeah, he's a Yoruba boy. He's an Omoluabi. He will continue to double regardless. I heard this a lot, but the funny thing is, he did bounce back after losing and all of that. But the truth is, when you look at people like
when you
Usyk,
actually really do watch those fights, it's good.
yeah.
Usyk is good. That you could definitely.
he's indeed the undisputed.
Yes, he is. He is. Now moving on from that to a bit of football, it's official. Pep Guardiola has done what anybody else has not done. He has won the Premier League for the 4th time consecutively.
Good.
And he is who he is.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola is everything.
The
he says
reality is
he
that
is.
Manchester City won the league.
Yeah, for many years,
Really
starting from sometime in the 70s, at Old Trafford, they would renew a certain banner, counting down the last time Man City won a trophy.
Okay.
So every year, Man United fans would renew that banner and say, oh, it's been 18 years, it's been 20 years. The funny thing is, at some point, the way things are going, Man City fans will make a banner for Man United fans, and they used to call them the noisy neighbors. And now tables are
have
reverse roles.
no matter what you say, he used money, whatever. He used his money well. Some people have spent that money and they didn't get
what they were
result.
supposed to get.
City are not the richest. Newcastle owners are even richer than the owners of Man City.
Man City.
So if it's about money, then Newcastle should have won the league. But what it means is that Pep Guardiola is indeed who he says he is.
He's definitely.
And four titles on the bounce is unprecedented.
It's
we don't know
right.
when next it will happen.
Really good.
The prayer now is that he gets tired and he leaves, because if he stays back and they allow him to show up with this Alan and all these people that he has,
it's going to be a very.
He might be number 5.
Unfortunate
I see
thing,
a very interesting, league going on. This is probably one of the most competitive.
They denied us
leagues.
now. That's the
No,
most.
I don't think they denied Arsenal. I think that Arsenal did what they did.
I used it loosely.
Okay,
Because
so we have a few comments.
it was almost there for us now.
No, they didn't do what they needed to do. That's it.
No, they did.
No, they did not.
They did.
Okay.
They did. To
Bukola
have gotten
Bedobe
there.
said, no,
Yeah,
they did not, because if they had won more games, they would have won the league. So they did not.
True.
So Bukola Bedobe says, was it the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight? So if so,
Okay.
Jake Paul needs to be ashamed to be proud to be fighting old and retired boxers. Like, there's no difference. So someone in their mid-20s to a 50-year-old.
yeah.
I think
You
Jake Paul is just doing it for the money.
that fight, I don't think that fight is going to happen anymore. I pray it doesn't, actually, because honestly, I'm beginning to get worried with all the boutique fights now, all these non-boxers who are now claiming to be boxers and everything. I like
Non-boxers.
they're non-boxers, actually. I like the Puritan nature of the gentleman's sports. That's what we call boxing. It's a sport of gentlemen. So when we box, we box gently. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So
You box gently.
Okay, so
what an irony.
There are a few
Okay.
other comments. Peterman says, I cried when I saw the clip of the leaking roof of Old Trafford. How did we get here, Manchester United fan? Okay.
yeah,
Oh.
the biggest problem was your biggest success too. You had Sir Alex Ferguson, who was holding sway for almost 30 years, and he didn't have a succession plan. That's the sad part.
that's the sad
And when
part.
his wife actually needed him, he had to step away from the club without a succession. You don't go from Ferguson to David Moyes and things won't go down south for you. But the biggest problem that Man United had is not just that Fergie walked away, it's that Mr. Glazer was about money. So all they did was put all their liabilities on Man United and took from the club, and whenever there was noise they would buy one expensive player and take more money out and everything. And that's why United are suffering because of their ownership. It's not because they cannot manage them well, it's because of the ownership. The Glazers don't care, they're just about the money. Now with the Ineos group, this guy is a fan, he's a Man United fan, so he's got 25% or thereabout. So he's going to be the one. Imagine if the Glazers cleared, would they allow someone who had 25% stake run the club? They wouldn't. But they know that they're still going to make money, so that's why they allowed him.
Great analysis. I never saw that really.
Yeah. So Bukola Medibi says Old Trafford is falling apart literally.
Literally. Yeah.
So BT616 says we Arsenal fans are used to the Ireje and Gbadre. The final 2 weeks of the league was conducted by INEC. I do not agree with that, and I will
Don't argue with this.
No, I will.
It's not an argument.
It's not an argument.
You
But
know, let
I
me
feel
explain
that.
something to you. Let me
No,
explain something
I
to
think
you.
that. Sorry.
There's a lot of fun in this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
that's
think that
fun.
the thing with Arsenal was that I've said it over and over again. Did they have a fantastic? I think this is
one of their best seasons ever.
Seasons ever. It was just a more competitive season, and in fact, let's call it spade a spade. They definitely gave Man City a run for their money.
Look. Arsenal had more victories this season than Man City. 28 games of 38 were victories for Arsenal.
This is the best Arsenal has ever been.
Sheffield had 28 losses. They had the most losses, but Arsenal had the most wins, 28. So we must cut them some slack. I think where Arsenal missed it, sadly, was that single game against Villa.
Yes.
Where they dropped points.
Yes.
And that's where
that was
they lost
the only,
momentum.
That was the only game they lost this
If you
year.
notice, in the last 5 games of the season, that's from game 33 or so to 38, Arsenal, City, and Chelsea won all. They are the only 3 teams that did 100% of their last 5 games. Every other team was losing and drawing, like Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham, and
there's a City there, so you have to do a bit
Arsenal
more.
did everything they could do, but it's a league, and I just hope that they can kick on from here,
if they
show
continue,
up, and have a great next season.
Why would you say INEC was there? Now that is where I don't understand.
Before we go,
Why?
BT616 says we should have gotten to the UEFA finals. I don't know why Saka had to dive for a penalty when he could have scored. One-on-one,
that was a big mistake.
Yeah, that was
a big
said,
mistake. I watched that video.
Baba Henry will score easily.
Igwe was exceptional. He was in a class by himself.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. But I feel that, like I said, Arsenal, this is the best they've played. They just have a City that you have to do a little bit more. And whether they like it or not, even Pep Guardiola knows that they definitely had to do a lot so that for them to win the league. It was just not a walk in the park. Anyway, and keep in mind also, it is interesting that Klopp is officially out of Liverpool.
Yeah.
It will just be so funny watching Liverpool now.
Yeah, they have a new manager who's going to resume.
So for a club that has had the same manager for 9 years, we will see their transition. Is the transition going to be smooth, or because it's almost a thing in the Premier League, once the one major coach goes, there's always a dip. But we'll see what happens with Liverpool. So final comments before we go. Bukola Medibi says, honestly, Man City are unstoppable and they just turn it on whenever the falling stages of the season
Of the
approaches,
season
and that's where
approaches,
every other
okay.
team turns off.
Walai.
Funny enough,
Walai.
yes,
But Arsenal did the
Arsenal
same
did
this
the
season.
same thing. The only thing was that there was just one game that they dropped. If they had won that game, there was nothing City
No,
could have
no
done.
contest.
There was definitely no contest. So
But shout out to City, man. They
yeah,
deserve it.
They deserve it.
Well
Like I
deserved.
said,
They deserve victory. They tried.
Pep Guardiola
Good-
is
good
who
show.
he is, and
Good
that's
show.
it. There's
Good
nothing
show.
anybody can say about it. So
show.
anyway, on that note, that is all we have to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for the comments. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the Boom Bar. Do have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead. Peace.